Orientation is locked to device. Are we live now? Who knows? I think we are. I don't know what's going on. However, we are going to do a quick demo on how I'm using these two together. Today happens to be February 9th, 2025. Happens to be Super Bowl Sunday. Sorry about that, guys. I don't expect anyone to jump off Super Bowl. But I'm going to show you how I'm using the Boss ME90 in conjunction with the Zoom G2X4. And I'm going to do one demo with the internal loop and bass and drums on the drums on the Zoom, and of course how to get the bass patch from the Digitech drop pedal. So let me go ahead and get this here. Hopefully this is going to come out, guys. I don't know what they're doing again, but they're always changing something on here, so which is very disappointing. But you know, that's why I'm seeking out other platforms, and I'm going to continue until I can get one that's going to work, and I'll keep people posted. I'm trying to get things coordinated with Rumble, and but yeah, once I can find I could go live there, then I will be switching over and let everybody know. But let's go ahead and get this right. So when I am using the amp sims from the ME90, which is what I'm going to be doing in this first demo song, I got a patch on the Zoom that does not have any amp sims or cab sims or EQing or anything. It's basically flat response, and basically I have it set up for foot switch number 1 is the looper, and I'm going to be using the internal looper. You get 80 seconds on it. I'm going to be using the drums from the internal drum patterns in the Zoom. Here I'm going to close off with the flanger, so everything's going to go through the flanger. It's pretty much a cool effect. The bass, like I said, the bass sounds are going to come from the Digitech drop. So without any further ado, let's go ahead. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to call for the drums. Add my Digitech drop. I go to another channel on the ME90 that's basically flat response. Now I go to bass. Bass. Now we just add the melody. fade up. Fade in. Drums going through the flanger. And fade out with drums still going through the flanger. So you can do pretty cool effects live, you know. Okay, now we're just going to close it off. Now here's the best thing to do. When you have to clear a loop in this pedal, if you got the expression pedal, keep the expression pedal on the off position, meaning you're not getting any sound. Because when you clear this, you have to push down, you have to hold the switch down, and you will get a few seconds of audio play through the speaker. That's if you have the volume pedal down. If you have the volume pedal off, you'll be able to erase it. No one's going to notice it. I think that's a cool feature. Now what we're going to do here is we are going to go to one of the patches that's in the Zoom. One of the patches I created. It's an amp. It should be a couple of amp sims here. And let's see. I think what we'll do here, before we do that, we're going to play it to a track that's I have locked into the loop, one of the RC5 loop pedals, and we're going to be using the same concept. Except I'm going to still use this loop section, but I'm not going to do any internal looping. And the reason why I'm still leaving this patch on, all my EQs are flat responders, no amp sims or anything. And that is because when I'm using my amp sims from the Boss ME90, I don't want to have any EQ problems or issues when it's going through here. So this is basically set in stomp box mode with a looper, a drum machine, and a flanger. When it's all off, it's all off. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and bring my volume down. Okay, so this is a patch I actually found on a YouTube video. And there's this artist I follow. Her name is Krista Irene Art. And she's a fine artist. Does a lot of, I don't want to say abstract drawing, but she's just unique. So one of her videos that was showing her, one of her tutorial videos, the background music was this music here, and I thought it was real nice. It was centered around a G minor, F major, E flat major, I think it'd be D7. But anyways, and I just titled it after her channel, Krista Irene. So without any further ado, here we go. Very short, but very effective. Now, my final demo I'm going to do is, this time I'm going to use my amp sims from the Zoom pedal, and I'm going to play one of my tracks, my original song called Without Words. But this time I'm going to use all the amp sims from the Zoom. So when I'm doing that, what I created a patch on user bank number 6 that all, I'm pretty sure, right, at least all 3 of the foot switches are flat respond. The only thing I have programmed it from foot switch number 1, I'll have it set for a whammy. If I want a whammy, I think foot switch number 2 for isolating effects. See how it does trails? I love this thing. It's great. And foot switch number 3 will be set for a wah pedal. I think I guessed it. Or maybe I don't. Here we go. So, but in this case, I'm not going to use any of those because I'm basically be using more of a melodic playing here. Now, I'm going to show you something here. If you guys could see this, we're still, okay, good. Yeah. If you guys could see this, the Zoom pedal has your 3 foot switches here, a center foot switch, and it's got 4 little switches here. Where I have the patch I want to go to, Without Words, is my clean sound. And the phase shift, I love this. Okay. But what I need to do is to move my patches over, because you could go either to the right or to the left. In this case, I need to move things to the left, so I'm going to bring my volume pedal up, hit with my foot, and you can do this. It's surprisingly bigger than what they look like in the video or on the packaging. You can get your foot in there to scroll across. So now, what I'm going to be doing is going from back and forth from a patch I entitled called Robin Trower, which is, I'm using the Fender Bandmaster with a little bit of delay and a little bit of reverb, with the gain cranked a little bit, and an overdrive pedal, so I get a nice smooth sound, you know. Whereas the other patch I got called No Quarter, it's a little bit harder. Okay, but I'm going to go back and forth between the Fender with the overdrive and then the Fender clean with the phase shifter. Now, when I want to shut pedals off internally, meaning like use it as stop box mode, the silver switch in the middle will now kick it into stop mounts. So here, there's my phase shifter. Switch number 1 to turn off my phase shifter. So, without any further ado, I'm sure you heard this before. I know I have. Here we go. Turn off the phase shifter now. So that's how I use these two together. Now, usually when I'm playing that song, I'll use the amp sims and everything from the Boss ME90 because it's easier for me to go back and forth between the patches here. But more so than that, I have on the ME90, your delay will do trails. So as I'm going from one patch to another, the delay still carries over. That's a real nice smooth transition. I don't know if you could do that with the Zoom. I have to go in and investigate a little bit there. Now the thing is with the Zoom, right out of the box, what you have to do, there are certain patches that comes with the WA, other patches don't. But you have, I think, like 50 empty patches that you can create. What you got to be careful is that you eat up a lot of memory. You'll find out when you try to add another effect with per patch, it'll say like some system overload. You can't use it. So what you have to do, you have to program your wah pedal and your volume pedal. You have to not only program that, you have to move it within the patch so it's not at the end of the chain when you go to, for instance, let's see. If I'm doing something like this, let's go to one of my normal patches here. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go to my, yeah, we go. Here, when I want to do my volume swells, it'll do that. Now let me go and show you what's going on with the Zoom. I did program a patch specifically for that, but I am going to go, let's say, okay. So you're going to do volume swells, watch this. Because what's happening, this volume pedal, within the patch, it's at the very last end. So what's happening when you bring your volume pedal off, it shuts everything off immediately. So this patch I have here, I was able to move this in front of. So basically, it'd be like when you're plugging into the volume pedal first, and then your other effects. So with this patch, I'm able to do that. So you have to understand, this is not like your normal effect unit. I don't know about the other ones, but I know the Boss and the Digitech, right out of the box, the volume pedal is a volume pedal and a wah. Same with the Boss GT1s, a volume and a wah. And then if you want to program for anything else, you can. But to me, that makes more sense because that's normally what us guitar players use, volume and wah. And then we use our whammies and everything there for. But still, it's a nice pedal, the Zoom. It really is. You can do ping pong delays and everything. Now this screen is considered old school, okay? Even though this pedal came out about a year ago. But I still like the old school screen. I don't know about these effect units that have the big touch screen that everything's in different colors. I don't know about that. Because I never had to use one in an outdoor gig where the sun is shining on it. But there are certain colors I think are not going to show up. It's going to be hard to read. This thing, the sun could beat right on it, and I could still see everything. And to me, that's more practical than a touch screen or anything fancy, because during a live situation, the last thing you want is like, oh, wait a minute, I just got this unit, I'm just getting used to it, I just got reprogramming it, and like, okay, where are my patches at? Where are my numbers? I can't see anything. That's a problem. You know, not everybody's in the basement or in the bedroom doing YouTube. There's a lot of us out there gigging, and we need practicality, something that's going to be very practical, straightforward to use. You know, some of us we don't even, I don't even hook any of this up to computers. I think it's a great feature, an extra bonus. But in my personal opinion, if I buy a unit and in order to make it sound good, if I have to download all these patches, to me it's worthless, because I want to be able to get something out of the box and be able to use it right then and there. I think all the downloading again should be an extra bonus feature. It shouldn't be the requirement, because otherwise, you know, who are you trying to market this stuff to? I mean, it's nice we can hook it up to the computer, and I think that's great. But that's not what I do, and that's not like what a lot of